The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back has it. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done. And the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it. Because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something going, and it has to start today.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jefferson. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Breaks into the open. Past the sticks, and he may get more. The 30. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown Vols!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play?
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's got the back in the middle. Man, just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. But close to the marker, it's Ferguson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Ferguson. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Just keeps slinging it. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Irish! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here is the Tennessee offense. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football.
Turning it on! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Vols just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
It's a draw. He's in open space downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
And some room to work. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
With the catch, it's Larson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Quarterback keeper. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. He's got it on the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with...
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. He wants to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Wants to throw again. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. And the defense drags him down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Might be changing the route. Looks as if he's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff from the gun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught over the middle. It's Larson. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
But I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
And this one is perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Eastern Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Vols line up to punt it away.
You got to love that. on defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got a man. It's Ferguson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Larson. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. The run from the shotgun. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Well, as a defense, this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. Really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
They're going to ride this running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Makes the catch. It's Jefferson. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. Shakes off the defender. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison is making it look easy today. A special performance that would make the 4th president of the United States proud. They're up by 21 over Eastern Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
A run for the quarterback. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Motion from the wideout. They want to run this quarterback. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
Given up for first down.
They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Now he's looking to throw it. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
22, water.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go up top on second and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Riley. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Jefferson. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking downfield on first down. Still looking on the move. Intercepted, number 19. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So now it's 2nd and long.
Pace, 27.
Got it behind the line. It's Larson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat in second?
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that.